Hey, howdy, how's it going? Clearly, you guys like hearing when I have to talk about Payday 3, and this is somewhat, in a way, not really a negative video compared to some of the videos that I made. Recently, there was a dev update that was posted by the Payday 3 YouTube channel, and I went through and watched it, and this is basically everything you need to know. Now, hearing a lot of the stuff that they had to say during the whole video, it's pretty interesting because they're acknowledging a lot of things, and it's kind of like, you're sitting down and having a hard conversation. That's pretty much what they were doing, especially with progression, and when it came to just lack of certain things in the game and whatnot, and how it took them a very long time to update the game. And now, to a degree, it's not going to be ever something where I'm going to say, oh, I apologize for everything that I said. No, everything that I said before, it's very factual. Like, it took them a very long time to update it. Whether or not there is, stuff in the back end, the game shouldn't have come out if that was the problem. It could have been their publisher, whatever, who they're, collabed with. I don't know exactly how it works, or partnered with. Not a collab. But so anyways, let's get into the nit and gritty. They did apologize for basically a month and a half of next to no updates, and it was just something that they addressed. They said that it was something that, it was stuff in their back end, they couldn't really do anything about it, and they just needed to fix it rather than get it out so that you didn't lose all your progress, which was, important. I think the main problem when it came to it was that they kind of weren't given any update at all. It was just like, hey, we're working on this, and then they stopped talking. You would somewhat, in a way, expect that they would be like, hey, we've gotten this thing done, or whatever, or we're making, we're almost there, we're 50% done, whatever. Kind of give people an idea of how far you're getting with it. And I think that would have made a big difference with people saying like, oh, like this is dead. One thing that I thought was actually pretty interesting is that they're bringing Cook-Off and Murky Station back. They are considered legacy heists from Payday 2, I believe. I know Cook-Off is in Payday 2. I don't know about Murky Station. I never really played that one. But I definitely played Cook-Off, and I can tell you that Cook-Off is probably one of the more important ones to have in the game. I bet that the reason why they've added it is because during most of their streams, especially the ones where they did it right after the game had first originally launched, in that first week, they had been asked about Cook-Off like a million times. And so they probably added it as a fan service, and it's important. That is one that can never end. You just keep going. I think that's how it works, because there's resources everywhere, or the materials that you need, but like eventually you can run out. I don't know. I found it pretty interesting. I like playing that one with friends because you didn't really need to do that much. You just need to hear them, and then you could just be talking or chilling. But for Murky Station, I never played that, so I don't really have much to talk about that. But legacy heists in general being added back is cool. My only gripe, not as a nitpick, it's not like oh, you can't be happy. I think it's great that they're adding new maps just in general. It would be nice if it was something completely new, not something that's old. I hope that for their next update, if they do a legacy heist, they also do new shit, because if they just keep doing legacy or they only do one or the other, it would be nice to have best of both worlds. They're going to be having 2 new soundtracks that come alongside the legacy heists, and that's just music. You might not like it, whatever, it's just music. Most of the time I honestly play with the sound off, and I'll play my own music. Now, I have no idea who this is, and that shows my commitment as a Payday player or whatever, but Vernon Locke has returned for this update, and he's just returned. I don't know what significant importance he had in the dev update. Almir said that he was supposed to be assassinated or something like that. It's pretty interesting, but yeah, I don't really have much to say on that. It's nice that there's another character that you get to listen to for the starting a heist, I guess. They're adding the transporter perk, which, that's pretty good. They've talked about it a lot. They addressed that it had been spoken about a lot, and now they're adding it. Basically, for the transporter perk, you're going to be, with the images that I saw during the dev update, they showed a lot of screenshots and whatnot. You're going to be able to carry 2 bags. You're going to be able to get rush and grit and like so many different abilities from picking up the bags and whatnot, and bagging shit. Pretty interesting. I think it would work well for doing stuff solo, especially with being able to pick up 2. It's just another skill line. The nice part is that for most people like me who did the 99 boxes glitch, you have every single skill, and so when transporter comes out, you just need to sacrifice 1 skill for literally just the transporter perk or whatever, and you just earn it all over time. And then the last thing that they did was they addressed the infamy and progression system. They said that they're working on it more professionally, I would say, or formally. They have addressed it. And basically they're allowing you to be able to actually earn infamy or XP. It's basically just XP. You're able to earn XP from completing a heist, which is good. They said it's not too much, it's not too little. And I think that's great. That's going in the direction that everyone wanted, because no one wants to play a heist and get no progress on anything. Imagine completing a really hard heist, but you've already done it, so you didn't earn anything because you need to have completed it like 15 times. They also said that they're going to be working on like stuff to recommend what challenges to do and whatnot. And this is all obviously coming in the next update. I actually didn't see, when is it? The dev update thing, their description just says in November. It is getting closer and closer to the middle of November. By the time that this is uploaded, it will probably be the middle of November. So let's hope that they can get shit out soon, because, you know, it would suck if the same thing happened again. One thing before I go, just because I know that this video is probably a little bit shorter in comparison to a lot of the videos that I've made, I wanted to point out these few comments that said pineapples, because, you know, if you're this far in the video, you know, you like watching my shit. Okay, so if you don't have anything else to comment, you don't really have anything to share about your opinion, just comment pineapples. I like seeing it. Lets me know that you actually watched it and you paid attention. Pretty much like when your teacher's teaching you and they're like, like if no one raises their hand or has any questions, but then there's that one kid who does, she knows that that kid actually cares. Basically, you're that kid. You actually care about your grade. And I'll probably end up making videos more frequently, I suppose, on when it comes to Payday 3, especially if they're going in the direction that they are, because it's just a good thing all around. More good updates and everything. It's going to make my friends want to play and actually want to experience the game again, especially when there's more content. I'll have to install the game and whatnot. Hopefully they do fix, because something as well as that I saw from lots of comments in my other video, which thank you for the support and likes and views and everything on that. That was amazing to see. But basically I saw that like aim assist wasn't actually really fixed, and more or less it was kind of broken in comparison to how it originally was. Which sucks. I hope they fix that. I haven't obviously experienced it because I haven't been playing, but yeah, let's just hope that, you know, certain things like that are eventually fixed. And if like the core mechanics and everything of the game, if they eventually added it where you can do controller remapping, like shit like that, that would be amazing. Just the core fundamentals and everything are fully flushed out, whatever. If they're just working, then the game will be able to truly be something amazing. And honestly, DLCs and whatnot for that game wouldn't be that bad. Spending $10 for a DLC to get a couple maps or whatever, or a couple characters, I have no issue with, especially if it's considered a bundle or a pack. I do look forward to when they have that sort of content. Obviously, this update, that's something I should have pointed out at the start. It's a free content update. This is all free, nothing that you need to purchase, which is great. And hopefully, you know, they keep going in the direction that they're going. I have really nothing left to say. I have nothing negative. I just hope for the future this isn't like a Overwatch 2 thing where they have one tiny ass update where they slightly fix a character, and I'm like most of the streamers who say that Overwatch is back. Payday 3 if you look at the numbers, Payday 2 is being played way more on Steam than in comparison to Payday 3, and that, you know, that there's something to show for that. So yeah, I honestly hope that the game does well over time. And, you know, plenty of people have said it. I've said it before in my videos. Within like a given year, Payday 3 will be a great game. The issue is, though, is that it didn't come out fixed. There was so many problems, and I'm just gonna hope that all those issues, you know, eventually go away. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I have nothing else to contribute to this conversation about this content update and my channel, but I do appreciate the views and the likes and everything. And if you did like watching this video, like the video. I honestly have no issue if you do. You know, it's free. You can always just not like it. If you dislike it, that also is something. I just know that you wanted to go press the button. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Hope you have a nice weekend, weekday, month, year, depending on when you're watching this, morning, evening, night. I hope it's great. See you guys.